Alright, what's up Tumblr? This is K-Akarat, aka Goku, aka my name's Justin, if you want to call me that. I don't care. You can call me Goku. I don't have a preference. But there's 300 of you. Like, you guys crazy or something? Like, this is blowing me away because one, this is an independent blog. I don't get any followers from independent blogs. Two, I mean, the only other way I've had 300 followers is if I was involved with like a group or something in another RP, but it's independent. It's crazy. So, said I'd do some questions. I would like to thank Crimson Hedgehog for sending a bunch, and the Tacky Turned Hero for sending a bunch, and one anonymous message who asked a few questions. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. So, we'll start off with Crimson Hedgehog. Hedgehog, sorry. My speaking is shit. So, Crimson Hedgehog asks, how long have you been role-playing for? I've been role-playing for 2.5 years now, I think. I started off on Gaia Online, if anybody remembers that site. I logged on like a few days ago and was like, oh, I forgot about this place. I kind of had RPs going, but not anymore. Okay, and is this your first role-playing page on Tumblr? It is not. I had, I don't remember how many I had before this. I do this whole thing where I'm like, oh, I want to roleplay this character, but I keep them active for like a week and then end up deleting them. Really bad at that. Who are your top favorite role-playing partners? Okay, this is a bit of a list. Number one, Black Mage Lulu. I love that chick. She is awesome. Uh, Number two, my beloved Chi-Chi roleplayer that I roleplay with here on Goku, Frying Pan Smack. She is awesome. Everybody needs to follow these people that I list off for one. Okay, and who are the others? Planet Vegeta. Planet Vegeta's good. Sun Come Kyo. They're really good. Um, who have I been roleplaying with? Count the Bounties. Love her. Talk to her all the time. She's awesome. Um, Tacky Turn Hero. Very good. Who else do I roleplay with? Fuck. Um, Sorry, my brain is like right now. Um, there's a few people I started roleplaying with who are starting off pretty good. Like this Padme I'm roleplaying with. You'll probably see her post here today because I'm planning on doing replies. I hope I can get to them. There's like 11 of them, and I've just been super busy. Sorry about that. I'm the slowest role player ever. If you ever want to roleplay with me, be warned. I will take forever to write a reply. Um, let's see. Next question. Aside from Dragon Ball Z, what are your other favorite animes? Soul Eater. Soul Eater is a big one. I love Soul Eater. I like the manga better, but the anime was pretty good. Um, I guess you can consider Ultimate Spider-Man an anime because it's a cartoon anime, same thing. I love anything Marvel for one, but Ultimate Spider-Man is one of my favorites. What other animes do I watch? Angel Beats. That makes my heart hurt. That's a really good anime. Watch it, please. um, Fuck. I always spaced on them. And that's it for right now. But I'll probably think of more as we go on. I saw you once said you are a Taurus. When is your birthday? My birthday is May 12th. I'm going to be turning 21 this year, so you can kind of figure out the year I was born from doing a little math. Um, why did you pick Goku to be your roleplay character? It's a good question because I roleplayed villains from video games for the longest time. It wasn't never like a heroine, and so I was like, oh, it'd be really fun to roleplay as Goku because I started watching Dragon Ball Z again, and I was like, oh man, like Goku's my childhood. So why didn't I think to roleplay him as before? Because he came to me like naturally when I started. Like it was so easy to roleplay as him. It's still easy to roleplay as him. I just take forever on replies. I have kind of a busy life, but whatever. So yeah, that's why I chose Goku. He's like my childhood. I love him. He's my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z, and yeah, I was actually gonna originally pick Vegeta, but I already saw a couple of Vegeta role players, so I was like, I didn't really see any Goku ones, so I figured I'd do that. And lastly, what advice would you give to a new person to roleplay? Be patient. Um, it takes a while to gain a following. Um, learn the site before you roleplay. I made that mistake when I first started roleplaying on Tumblr. Like I didn't know what the hell I was doing because I messed up all over the place, like bad. So I kind of learn the site before we roleplay, ask people, um, get advice, like basic stuff. Um, Here's one last one from Crimson's Hedgehog. When is your page's anniversary? My page's anniversary is in July. I forget what day. I think it's like the 21st of July is my page's anniversary. But it's getting close. It's almost a year. This will be the longest going blog I've ever had. Okay, so Anonymous. How did you come up with your URL name? K-Akarat. Well, I wanted to keep something like short and sweet. I didn't want anything like incredibly long. Like I tried Protector of the Universe, but it was already taken. And so that's why I just made it the title of my blog instead of my URL. Um, I tried Goku G/Oku, and it was all taken. So I was like, well, let's try Kakarot because that's his other name, and that's how I came up with that name because Kakarot was taken, just that word. And so I was like, oh, K-Akarat, and it worked. So that's how I got it. How did you pick your face claim? Well, I was just kind of looking for face claims. I didn't really like know where to start looking. So I saw some pictures of Zac Efron, and his hair was all crazy, and I was like, oh, well, I can do Zac Efron. And nowadays, his body type is similar to like younger Goku, and so I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that. And so that's kind of how I came up with the face claim. What is your opinion on the new DBZ movie? I think it's awesome. I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it. It needs to come to America faster, but I think it's awesome. And apparently, it got really good reviews in Japan. And Akira Toriyama wants to make another series, 200 episodes. I'm excited because that means more Dragon Ball Z. Who doesn't love more Dragon Ball Z? Alright, now to the questions from the Techie Turn Hero. Let's scroll up here a little bit. How long have you been role-playing? Already answered that. Do you have any other muses? Yes. I don't get on them very much. I'm very bad at that. But I have a Caius from Final Fantasy 13-2 muse. He's kind of like my villain. Like, if I'm pissed, I'll go on him and just destroy things. Um, I want to make a Bolin from The Legend of Korra. I just haven't gotten around to it. I really want to make it because I love Bolin. He's like my spirit animal. How did you get into Tumblr? My friend showed me it. She wanted me to make one. I was like, okay, whatever. I made one, and then I found a group, role playing group, and it's kind of how I got into role playing and stuff. And so yeah. What other animes, games, or just shows do you like? I like Once Upon a Time. I love that show. Games, I love all kinds of games. I love Assassin's Creed, any Star Wars game, any um, just kind of like platformer game, like Ratchet and Clank and all those. I'm a big PS3 person, so all my games are PlayStation. Do your muses like you? Goku likes me. The villains, not so much. I roleplayed Vanitas, a Zaldin, a young Xehanort, all from Kingdom Hearts, and now Caius, and they hate me because I do terrible things to them. And if you were to be locked in a room with all your muses, what would that be like? I would cower behind Goku because the other ones would want to kill me. And being completely honest, what got you into role playing in the first place? Again, well, no, it was on Gaia, and I was just kind of writing stuff up, and it was fun. I had like an Organization 13 group over there that was fun, and so that's kind of how I got into role playing on Gaia. Um, Here have some personal questions. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have one. I have a sister. She's sleeping now, but I have a sister. She's graduating high school this year, so congratulations to her. What part of the oh so magical world do you live in? Hopefully not Narnia. I live in the land of entrapment. It's actually called the land of enchantment, but Rio Rancho, New Mexico, it's a desert. I mean, there's not a lot to do here. There's not a lot to do in New Mexico, but hey, I live here. So, last question. Have you ever cosplayed or gone to any conventions? Yes, I have. I've cosplayed as Azazel from X-Men. Um, from X-Men First Class, the movie. I roleplayed as Azazel from there. He's the Red Devil guy. Came out awesome. I've been to two conventions. One, they're both in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I've never done to a convention out of the state. I want to. I want to go to California, but that's a lot of money. Money, and I'm going to London later this year, and so that's like money. So, but I'm excited to go to London. That's gonna be fun. Let's refresh this page real quick to see if anybody's sent any last minute questions. Oh, more from the Tacky Chun Hero. Okay. What kind of foods do you like? I like all kinds of foods. I'm fat. I eat. I'm picky. I like meat, but I don't eat a lot of vegetables or greens or anything like that. I eat salads, but it usually has a bunch of other shit on it. What is the most recent movie that you've watched? I watched G.I. Joe last night. It was actually pretty good. Um, if you want to go see it for Channing Tatum, don't, because spoiler alert, he dies within like the first 10 minutes. So don't go see it for Channing Tatum. Can you do any impersonations? I'm terrible at impersonations. Don't ever ask me to do an impersonation. It sucks. I'm terrible. And I think that's it. But thank you all so very much for following me and putting up with my ridiculousness that is my Goku blog. Thank you for putting up with the food that posts early in the morning. That's all for my queue. I don't post that. I just store it up, and when I'm asleep, it posts. And so all of you get to see it and be tortured by food. Because I've heard so many people complain about it. They're like, why do you post food? You make me hungry. I'm like, look who I'm role playing. Black hole for a stomach Goku eats food like it's nothing. um, and I think that's it. Yeah. So thank you very much for following me, and I'm out.